Welcome to Inside New York.
We are proud to present our exclusive interview with the internationally acclaimed and award-winning artist, author, and poet, Barbara Chase-RIBOud, about her extraordinary exhibit, which is 50 years in the making. So you better stay right there, because it's all right here on Inside New York.
We are so honored to have today an acclaimed and award-winning artist, author, and poet. She has just opened a mammoth exhibit, which is called Malcolm X Complete. And the series is breathtaking. We are so proud and delighted to have Barbara Chase-RIBOud back on Inside New York. Barbara!
Thank you for inviting me.
Finally, we have you in the studio.
Right. I just got off the plane, so I can hardly hear myself talk.
Well, you sound wonderful to me, and you look even better. It was great seeing you opening. I'm tempted to call it opening night, but that's so theatrical.
It's called vernissage.
Yes, vernissage in Paris.
It is opening.
Yes.
And it will be on until the middle of November.
Yes.
So I hope that lots of people come and see it. It's sort of epic because it stretches from the first Malcolm Stills, which I did in 1969, to the last five, and the whole suite is 20.
Wow.
Stills, all over 6 feet tall.
Everyone's question at the opening, and I'm sure the public, is why Malcolm X? Because he's such a controversial figure.
Of course he's controversial, but Caesar was controversial. There were lots of people that were controversial, historical figures.
What many don't know probably about you, Barbara, is that you are fearless, and controversy seems to find you, and you kind of thrive and excel.
Fearless? I don't know.
I would call you fearless. I think most people would call you fearless.
But I seem to sort of attract, like a magnet, all kinds of controversy,
yes,
which I didn't intend to do, as I never intended to do with the Malcolm Stills. Mm-hmm. There were other people who had issues with the Stills. I had none whatsoever.
Is there anyone that inspired you in particular to be, as I say, quote, fearless, to dispel rumors, to speak truth to power, so to speak? I think Malcolm X is a perfect example, and your book, certainly Sally Hemings, is a perfect example.
I don't know how I got on the subject, but I think that in all, my career was always fascinated by invisibles, the invisibles of history. I was fascinated by history, but more than that, the people who made history but whom nobody knows about.
Dovetailing off of Sally Hemings, and the fact that people have used your stories, once, even though they disputed them for many years, they finally came to recognize you were telling the true story.
Well, they still haven't recognized me. I haven't received, an apology for anybody of all the things that they've written, about me and against me.
And then, of course, the big controversy, which you prevailed, Amistad,
yes,
was based on echoes of lions.
Yeah. It seems to me that all these, these forgotten and these invisible historical characters that I come up with tell the kind of underbelly of what is official history.
This is the reason why we're talking a little bit about your literature, because this may be the only opportunity to discuss that for those people who are following your work. But we are planning a trip to the gallery where you will talk about the work. It's been a while, not 40 years, 21 years.
Yeah.
When we first sat down with
Exactly.
you at the Studio Museum for that exhibit, Explorations
In Paris, yeah, I
in
remember,
Paris,
yeah.
African American
And it was
artists.
almost the first exhibition that was done on artists, on black artists that were living abroad, that were living in Paris at the time.
Right. It was groundbreaking right then and there. I got to find the videotape.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.